57-year-old French socialist has now seen his luck change on that front. Gabriele, tell us what's happening.
Hi. Well, what's happening is actually very clear, is that for 5-6 months now, François Hollande, who's the head of the Socialist, has been the head of the Socialist Party for over 10 years in France, has taken the lead in polls, and out of a party position, so he was known as an apparatchik of the Socialist Party, he's become the front runner for the presidential elections that are going to take place in April and May. So it's pretty remarkable how such an unknown figure, I don't think that a lot of people know who he is in the United States, for example, has taken the lead in the race and is still leading the race and leading President Sarkozy in his re-election bid.
Gabriele, one interesting thing that's in your story is that you really make it clear that this particular politician, Mr. Hollande, is not even that well regarded in France, kind of considered a middling politician, more of a party operative. And Sarkozy, of course, has really gone after the fact that, you know, he hasn't even come up with new ideas, considering, you know, all the issues that France is facing. Is this a dynamic guy, or is he just falling into place because of lack of an alternative?
Well, it's not exact to say that Mr. Hollande hasn't come up with new ideas, because he has actually, and we've written about them. One which has been in the headline, in the news, in the press, everywhere in the world, is like his proposal of taxing rich people, those who make over $1 million a year, at 75% of their income. So he had some proposals. Now, the thing is that Mr. Sarkozy is also deeply hated, I would say, in France because of his very highly divisive management style and the fact that it doesn't really correspond to the idea that the French people have of a president. He's very flashy, it's been called the bling-bling president, so it's nothing to do with figures of the past like François Mitterrand, who had a very had an encyclopedic culture and was very keen on books and poetry and literature, or even Jacques Chirac, who was a president who was close to rural France and the real people, let's say. So Mr. Sarkozy has been a friend of he's a friend of businessmen, and he's seen as having been and having behaved as a president of the rich, as they say here. So I would say yes, that Mr. Hollande has some new ideas, but in the end, what is more remarkable in this campaign is actually the rejection of Mr. Sarkozy.